Alrighty, good morning, people. Let's talk about the county fair. Okay, doing tasks on the county fair. One of the things about, let's just touch base here. There's a bunch of little horses here. This is horse week, so you just click on those horses and you start counting up those horses. As you can see, I've just now started, so therefore, that's how that works. And Ahmed just said good morning to everybody. Alrighty, so county fair. Let's get over here to Sundale. Um, and here's the thing about county fair. When you first log in, before you start clicking on things and start doing stuff, like I just pointed out there, click down here at the bottom where county fair is at, this list, this guy right here, okay, that's what you want to click on. Click on that, and it will show you everything that you need to collect. Okay, so there's like cow feed in there twice. There's cornbread. Couldn't think. There's fishing. I actually have a video that teaches you how to do fishing for county fair. That makes it real simple. Okay, canned beans, tomatoes, chili, eggs. You click on it and you can see exactly what it wants as far as items here. Okay, right here it tells you how many you got to have and what amount of time you got to have it. All right, so this is what's vital. Like this one here wants 20 within an hour. This one here wants 18 within an hour of the same product. Okay, hence the reason why they give two different rewards. One's 113 and one's 103. Okay, so if we look, you can see I have cow feed ready to go. So I can literally go in here, click on cow feed. I know my cow feed's usually up here around 20. It may be only 10, I think. So I can click on cow feed and fill that order. But before I do, I'll look to see, let's see here, there's eggs, I said. Okay, there's no flour. Usually if there's flour, I can fill that. If I have red beans already done, which I only have canned corn, so I can only do that. So I will click on the flour, on the cow feed. I'll click on the 20, hit start, and I will go over here and click on this. Now I just filled half of that because I know I make 10 at a time. Okay, so there's 10 of them. Now I've got an hour for the next 10. Well, if we look, I can make 5 or I can make 1. Per 1 ground, I can get 2 out of. Per 5, I can get 10 out of in 22 minutes. So I'll make that. And in 22 minutes, 23 minutes, I will come back to it. Now, something I actually do is I have an actual counter. So I will go in here and go to my counter. And I have a bunch of preset buttons here. So I've got a 20 minute and 10 seconds. So I'll go ahead and start that counter. And I'll come back over here. And now I've got a counter going at the same time. Yeah, I already set a bunch of preset buttons. That way it allows me to keep up with what's going on. So if I wanted to add another timer, as you can see, I got 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours. Okay, so under an hour, there's 45, there's 40, there's 30, there's 20, 15, 10, and 5. That is actually all the increments that this game uses. Okay, so there's a whole list of increments. At the 1 hour, they use 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, and 4 hour. They don't use anything in between these times. Okay, so that gives you an idea. All right, going back into the game. Now, once this time frame is up in 20 something minutes, I can literally come in here and I can click here and I can see it's at 21 minutes. I can pause this and let one run down so that way they'll be more even. But yet Usually if it's a minute off, it's no big deal because it takes me a full minute before I get around to collecting on anything. So that's one of the features of it. But I can start it right back up, and we've got it going. Okay, I'm going to pause this video here for a moment, and I will be right back. All right, so we have 24 seconds left, and if I click on here, you'll see it's down to 16 seconds now. Okay, so it's one of the things about this timer. This timer will give you a choice of restarting it. So in other words, if we had to keep going, then we could restart it or we can dismiss it. So that'll be our options. As you can see, restart or dismiss. I'm going to dismiss it and go ahead and select this. Now you can see it turned green. Therefore, I have completed the task that says for the county fair, and I have to collect on it. Simple, real easy. Now, one of the other things that I try to point out to a lot of people to do is to come across and select things that you know you can complete instantly. So if we go into the list here, there's a spot here that says send 3 barges. Well, I already know I have all the products for my barges because I've already filled all the boxes except for the last one. And as you can see, they're all green, so therefore I can fill that. So I can go over here to County Fair, select barges, hit start, go right over here to the barges, load, and send those barges right out the door. Okay? And they're completed. It makes it real simple. Other things that makes this real easy is like, good example would be the canned beans. I won't select this. It's asking for 66, but if I wanted to, I could select it and make canned beans because I know I make 75 of them at a time. So if I already had canned beans ready, I would select it and go with it. I have canned corn ready. It's asking for 40. I only do 25 at a time, so I could select it and go that route. And once again, I'd set the timer. Or things like 99 cornbread. I know I can make 24, and I think it's a 10-minute thing, so therefore I can click on here, and I can go right over here. Of course, I got to sell them, but yet. And I've got 24 of them, of the 99 there. I can go right back into my timer that I've got preset. And like I said, I think it's 10 minutes on those. We'll come back and find out here. I'm going to pause that a second. And yes, 10 minutes. And yeah, when you get to be level 20 and above, you got this make all button that you can click on. So it will hit everything in there. And there you go. So now every 10 minutes, my timer is going to go off. And that select all, like I've got 6 fields here, I can click and I hit that make all, makes them all the same thing. Okay, that's one of the benefits of that, getting to that level. But there you go. There's County Fair. There's how you do your selections. Go through, look at what you have. Now, like I said, I know I make 25 canned corn, but that's me knowing my farm. If you don't know, you can always come down here to the helmet. Let me click over here and come to this helmet right here. That's down here in this bottom corner here. Okay. You can come to that helmet, and when you go in there, let's go over to, I'm on the farming tab. Let's go over here to cannery, and I will click on this little information icon. That's right up here. Actually, you got a little green arrow pointing up to it right there. Okay. That information icon, I can literally click on it, and it will tell me canned corn. Okay. That's what I've got right there, canned corn. And each increment 6 minutes long, and but yet it only makes 5 on each one of these. So and it allows you up to 5 times. So that means that this last one, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, or 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals up to 25. Okay, so hence, that's what I'm doing, is those guys right there. Okay, so there you go. So I know that that's going to be 25 when I click on it. All right, it's a production product, therefore it's just going to do 5 times that amount. And whenever I go to make something else, like if I go to make the beans, I've got a choice of 5, 4, 3. I can make whatever I need to make. 5's going to take 2 hours and 8 minutes, so make those, and I'm good to go. Congratulations. My wife is blowing up the dam. She's finally going to get to be able to fish. She's been dying to go fishing. Okay? And claim your dailies. This is daily quests. The tower is daily quests. And the little ticket icon down here is daily tasks. So that's where you got differences. It comes across and gives you differences. Okay? So one's daily task and one is daily quests. But there you go. There's what or how to work County Fair. I think I've used enough of your time. Thank you. Appreciate it.